Hey peeps, I'm going to make some raw chocolate. Well, I'm going to make some chocolate. I don't think it will be raw because it's my quick and easy recipe. I'm currently in between clients and I've got about 20 minutes and I thought I'd like some chocolate, but I don't have any, so I'm going to make some. So I've currently got the saucepan on the stove. I've got the stove on low. I have some organic cacao powder, plus more if I need it. I have some cacao powder. I have some maple syrup. I have a little bit of salt, and that's the base recipe. And then from there, I think later I'll roast some almonds. I've got some cashews if I would like to add them in. I have some buckwheat because I think that might be a nice crunch. And I've also got things like goji berries, some fresh coconut or some dried coconut. The list is endless really. I could add some beautiful essential oils to it, so maybe some peppermint or some wild orange or some lime. I could even add some cracked pepper in there. It's endless. So let's get started. I have my digital scales and a bowl, and I am going to zero the scales and add in 150 grams of cacao butter. So just to show you, that's all I'm doing. I have zeroed the scales and I just popped in 154 grams of cacao butter. I'm then going to add it to the saucepan, and that's already become beautiful and melted because the pan has a bit of heat to it. It's smelling amazing. Now, I mentioned before that it would be raw, and then I backtracked, and that's because to keep it raw it has to be under 48 degrees Celsius. So what I used to do, and I sometimes still do, is place this thermometer just on the edge of the saucepan and put the end in the cacao butter or the cacao powder, whatever's in the saucepan at the time. And I make sure I watch the temperature really, really closely so that it doesn't go above 48 degrees. And that means that the chocolate is still raw and there's a heap more magnesium and antioxidants in it. However, this kind of chocolate is still loads better than the bought stuff, and it's full of nutrients. So I've actually melted that really beautifully. That was quick and easy. And now I'm going to turn the saucepan off. I don't need any more heat. And I'm going to add 150 grams of cacao powder. And then all I do is mix it together and add the sweetener. So I'll come back and show you that soon. Hi, I'm back. So I just weighed the 150 grams of cacao powder and I'm just slowly adding it into the saucepan and stirring as I go so that it's mixing the cacao butter and the cacao powder together. And then once that's stirred in, I'll stir in the maple syrup and the salt, and I will also add a touch of vanilla paste as well. And that's my base recipe. Remember, this is the quick and easy version. Okay, I'm back. So I currently have all of the goodies lined up on the tray. I'm going to do a chocolate bark. So we have chopped almonds, chopped cashews, goji berries, buckwheat, and coconut flakes. And I also wanted to show you just the vanilla paste that I added before. So I added probably half a teaspoon of that and a pinch of salt to the amazing chocolate. Okay, so we have the amazing chocolate base. I'm actually going to move these goodies off because they're going to get covered in chocolate, which is not that bad, hey? because then I guess the cook gets to lick it off, which would be me. So once you've got most of it there, just either smooth it out, or you can even just tip the tray, move the tray around so that the chocolate thins out. And then from there, what you can do is either put your desired toppings all over, or you could create little sections like the goji berry thread and then the coconut thread, and so on and so forth. You get the drift? You can put a lot on there or a little. It is totally up to you. One thing I would say is, if you want to add essential oils, always add it to the saucepan at the end when you've taken it off the heat. Don't try and add it to the bark now, because it won't mix and disperse as well. The last thing I wanted to show you was the chocolate molds. I have a selection of chocolate molds. I have some love heart ones, which are really sweet. I also have some super cute emoji chocolate ones, which are a lot of fun to make with your little niece, by the way, and a plain chocolate bar. Now these two dark coloured brown ones I got from Nicole at Heavenly Cacao. She has them on her website, and you can also use a variety of ice cube trays. You can use little bowls, ramekin bowls, and just cut it up with a knife or break it into shards of chocolate. It's totally up to you. The options with chocolate making are endless. Basically, you just need that base recipe, and then from there you can be really, really creative. So I think today I'm going to finish this off with some almonds, coconut, goji berries, and I'm also going to put some buckwheat in here. I've not made a bark so creative before. And then I'm going to stick it in either the fridge or freezer. You can do either. And then once it's ready to come out, break it up. And the baking paper is essential underneath so that it's easy to pull off the tray and just break into pieces and store in a Tupperware container to munch on. Bye.